So the other day, I got the single most insulting Discord message of my life. My friend Donnie said he didn't think I could make a working mech with Create. Well, you know what I have to say to that? Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is my mech. It just needs a little bit of work. The immediate problem is this thing very clearly cannot move. I mean, unless I pick it up myself and throw it somewhere. Oh. That went a lot farther than I thought it would. So first things first, this mech needs some legs, which means it needs a physics bearing right here and another one right here. I'm pretty sure I could just put a block in front of the bearing, and then if I right click on it, it should convert this into a physics object. And because I'm a scientist, because I'm wearing a lab coat, there's only one way to know for sure. Yup. That is definitely a physics object, which means I now have a physics object on a physics object. As if one physics object wasn't complicated enough, and believe me when I say, it's gonna get a lot worse. Okay, I'll be the first to admit they're not the fanciest legs ever, but they should do the trick for now, and the cool thing is, if I give this physics bearing some rotational power, it rotates the physics object attached to the front of it. Obviously, this is super cool, but the only problem is most legs don't actually move like this. So that means I gotta get rid of this and make a semi-complicated setup in the middle here that's gonna move both legs like regular human legs. First, I just need a basic gearbox in the center here so that the legs move in opposite directions. So when this leg moves forward, this one moves back and vice versa. Next, I need a gear shift on top of that so that I can reverse the rotation every so often. So this leg goes forward for a bit and then it goes back and then forward again, and you guys get the idea. And then finally, I need an inverted clutch on top of that to make the walking toggleable. Is that a word? Toggleable. And last but not least, I need the redstone that's going to make this entire thing work, and I should be able to use the sequenced pulse generator from Create Connected, and it should be good to just point right into the gear shift. Well, now it's time to figure this out. I don't think it should be too bad. The first thing I need is an output of a signal that's at max strength, and I'll just leave it at 10 ticks for now because I don't know how long it needs to be. So that'll make, let's say, this leg right here go forward for 10 ticks, and that leg will go backward for 10 ticks. The next thing I need is another output for the same duration, but this one needs to be 0. So it's technically no signal, which is going to make the gear shift reverse the rotation. So then this leg will go backwards for 10 ticks, and this leg will go forward for 10 ticks. So this whole thing right here should be the entirety of the walking motion. I just need it to, I don't want it to loop forever. I need it to loop if on. I think that should work. So if there's a signal here, it should keep looping. And if there's no signal here, it'll stop, which is exactly what I want. Or at least in theory, it's what I want. So I'm really hoping it actually works. If I just slap a lever here and then one here, I should be able to test this out. So if I turn this one on, it turns the brain of this on, and it does look like it's working correctly. If I turn this off, it stops. If I turn this on, yep. So it pulses every 10 ticks. And then if I turn this on, why is it not working? Oh my God, I forgot the creative motor. I forgot the single most important part. Yep, and now it's working, and it actually looks like legs. I mean, they look a little bit weird, but this is how the legs are supposed to work. I still need to do the actual trial run though, where I drop it on the ground and then I test it. Yeah, so that's not exactly what we were going for. How do I get this thing oriented properly again? Okay, close enough. It's gonna bother me that it's slightly tilted, but I'll deal with that later. I'm pretty sure every single physics object on here needs to have a gyro. to keep it upright. I need a gyro here, I need a gyro here, and I need another gyro here. Do you guys ever say a word so much it just loses like all of its meaning? Gyro. Gyro. All these gyros should keep each of the physics objects upright, and the strength at which they do that is dependent on the rotational power they get input. They have this whole weird interface here that I'm not even going to mess with right now. It allows you to stabilize stuff not the way gravity would normally have it be. So like if I push this, it'll stabilize it up there. I'm not going to get into that right now. That is way above my current pay grade. All I need for now to know is that this should stabilize it. So if I drop this on the ground again, it shouldn't fall over. Okay, that's a win right there. It is currently standing up, and now I just need to do another trial run. Please work. Well, I mean, it's moving. It's just not moving anyway. It's kind of like waddling in place or something. So I would consider this progress. It's just not exactly what I'm going for. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. You do a great job when you're just floating in the air and the legs look awesome. But the minute you're on the ground, you drop the ball big time. So I will be the first to admit that I sucked at biology all the way through college because I can't remember stuff, but I'm pretty sure the problem here is that we have a femur for the legs, but there is no tibia at the bottom. So it just kind of waddles in place, if you could even call what this thing did waddling. I'm going to call it waddling. It waddles in place. To add the tibia, each leg is going to need another physics bearing right here, and then I should be good to just build the tibia off of that. I think each of these is going to need a gyro as well. Before I do this trial run, I just want to press F3 and B real quick to show the hitboxes. Look at this thing. We now have 5 physics objects all connected to each other. I mean, this isn't even Minecraft anymore, and it's still gonna get worse. There's still so many more physics objects this thing needs. I really hope this works better than before. That's pretty funny. It like bounces whenever I drop it. If I drop this from really high, will it bounce really high? Here we go. Come on. Why does it do that? I don't even know why I care about that. It's just super funny. Okay. It's time to get serious. It's time to test this out. I'm procrastinating because I'm worried it's not going to work. I flick this on. The brain is now on. And then, oh, please work. Huh? Huh? Oh. What? I don't know what this thing's doing. It's definitely not walking, and I don't even know if this is like appropriate to show on camera right now. I don't know what's going on. Nope, turn it off. Come on, turn it off. I had to turn it back on to try to figure out what was going wrong here, and I'm pretty sure the problem is hyperextension. So if you look when the legs come back, normal human legs don't do that, right? You have the knee and everything that prevents it from doing the second half of this backwards motion, which I'm assuming is the problem. If your legs do that and they hyperextend like that, you should probably go to a doctor. Hopefully you're already seeing a doctor about that. I don't know if this is a dumb solution or not, but I'm pretty sure if I just put 2 blocks right here on each side, it'll prevent it from hyperextending back, and that should fix the problem. Oh man, okay, trial run, take 3. What? Wait, it works. Yes! It actually works. There's a little bit. Oh, wait, no, I have to stop it before it runs away from me. Why does everything I build either run or fly away from me? Well, now that I have the femur and the tibia, it's time for me to work on the feet because I'm all about them toes. Yeah, that sounded really creepy. If my editor leaves that in here, he is fired. The feet should be good to go. They're really not anything fancy. They're pretty much the same as the other joints above. They've just got the physics bearing that's attached to the feet and then a gyro for stabilization on the back. And just to do a quick check, we are now at 7 physics objects attached to each other. And again, there's still more to go. The more physics objects we add, the less sanity I have. And I'm already through, like, I don't know if you guys can hear this. I'm halfway through my Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. And I'm not even done with the legs yet. I don't even know what trial run we're on at the moment, so let's just run it. Trial number 5, 6, I don't know. We got the brain on, and here we go. Oh my God, wait, it looks sick. Wait, this This looks awesome. I mean, the walking is like a little bit wonky. It's not perfect, but in general, this is great. It looks like a mech walking. Come on, here you go. We still got work to do, buddy. We got to bring it back. Obviously, this isn't perfect, but I think it's as good as I'm going to get for a while. And if you guys don't know, getting this stuff to walk and look correct is actually really difficult because the gyros try to prevent the physics objects from rotating, and that is based on whatever speed they're getting. And then the speed the physics bearing gets is trying to overcome that. So I have this giving 96 RPM, which is fighting against the 256 RPM here. And each one of these has its own RPM as well. So it's this weird, like, choreographed dance of changing the timer and the RPM that's moving the bearings, and then all the different RPMs for the gyros to try to get the movement to look correct. And all of that is based off the center of mass of this whole thing. So as I add more to it, it's gonna break more. So for now, I think this is good enough. Now I need to worry about making this thing turn, because at the moment, it can only walk in a straight line, which is kind of useless. So there's two different ways to make a mech turn. There's the smart and semi-complicated way, and then there's the less smart and simple way that I came up with. So, can you guys guess which one I'm gonna use? Obviously, I'm gonna use the simple way that I just came up with because this is my first mech. I just want it to work at this point. And the simple way involves having 4 fully upgraded thrusters on each corner of, I guess this is like the pelvis of the mech. I just need to hook each of these up with redstone links, and I should be good to test this entire thing out, which I think will be really cool. Oh yeah, I also hate that I just learned this. If I hold the link controller, I can right click on this and then just press whichever button I want this to be bound to, instead of having to go into the controller and put the items in there. I had no idea that was a thing. Oh man, I think I got everything linked correctly. I guess I'll find out in a second here. Moment of truth. Does this turn it to the left? Oh, that turns it. That turns it really fast. And then this turns it back. Yup, that turns it back. So maybe they don't need to be fully upgraded at the moment, but it works. And then does this? Yes, it moves forward. And then I can turn it. Oh my God. Oh, it bugs out the legs a little bit, but they seem to fix themselves. Oh, yes. Oh my God, I could take over the entire world with this. Yeah. The legs get a little bit messed up when you turn. I don't know if the other method does that too, but you guys have no idea how excited I am right now. This thing looks crazy. So now that that's all done, all that's left to do is design the entire body, the arms, the head, and all the weapons. Yeah, that sounds easy enough. So I may have gotten a little bit carried away with the building, and the worst part is this isn't even done yet since it has no color or texture to it, since I decided to make the entire thing out of copycat blocks for some reason, but it already looks so cool. I'm pretty sure this is the entire color palette I want to use, so it's time to get coloring and texturing. Okay, I think from a design perspective, it's pretty much done. I've spent way too long trying to make this thing look awesome, but I think it turned out really, really well, especially with the detail of like the smokestack in the back, I think really ties it all together. And this is my reference photo down here. Some of you may recognize this. I believe it's a battle mech from Warhammer. And I mean, they're not even really that close, but this was my inspiration and it's where I got kind of the orange and black color idea from. And I think it turned out awesome. I can't wait to get everything wired up and get this moving, but there is still one thing left that I need to do. Right now, the arms are just regular blocks and they don't move at all, but instead of having these blocks here, I actually want to have autocannons that are coming out of the center of each arm that can kind of move around and shoot stuff. So I need to take care of that, and then it's finished. I had to disassemble the arm a little bit, which is fine because I want the autocannon running down the center, and if I want it there, I need the mount to be, well, I need the mount to be here. Nope, one more. I need the mount to be here. There we go. And then I need a breech back here, a recoil spring here, and I think I should be good with 3 barrels. I don't know if it can do a 4th barrel, so I'm gonna leave it at 3. I think this is long enough. Do I want to go 4? Maybe I'll try 4, and I'll just hope that it can handle 4. Oh yeah, and then I need a lever on this side. Nope, I always mess that up. I need a lever on this side. There we go. And this side is the one that I'll power to make it shoot. And then the one over there, it'll be the opposite. And last but not least, I can't forget the creative ammo container, which now gives this cannon explosive rounds. So I guess I can test this to see if it'll blow it up with 4. Please don't blow me up. Oh, I always forget how cool that looks. I can't wait to use this. Now you can rotate autocannons using this rotational power input on the side here and make them go up and down, but I think that's going to look really boring for this whole mech. So instead, I want the entire lower part of this arm with the cannon on it to move up and down. So to make that happen, I think I need a mechanical bearing here and then an energy transmitter here, which I've never really used before. I've seen other people use this, but it allows you to wirelessly transmit rotational power. So I'll set up a brain inside. Oh, I missed one here. As I was saying, I will set up a brain for this inside the body, and it lets it be way more compact out here, so there's not a huge hunk of contraption hanging off the arm here. I'm also pretty sure this is going to need an Interact Me sticker, which should let everything on this contraption, once it's assembled, be interactable so that the cannon can fire and stay assembled and all that good stuff. And then this is going to have to be changed to only place when the anchor is destroyed. So the contraption is never going to get placed down and it can just keep moving up and down. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I need to glue like all of this to get, yup. I knew that this would cause a problem. Oh man, that took a lot more adjusting than I thought it would, but everything should be glued together now. I had to move the cannon forward one so I could put another block down here so I could glue all the different sides together, but it should be good. So I just need to replicate it on the other side over there. And then I can test it out with the brains inside to see if it actually does what I think it will.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Both of the arm autocannon things should be good to go at this point. The only thing I need to do now is go inside the back here and drop down into the control center, which is kind of a mess right now. A little bit cramped down here, but I think I can set up the brains of the arms right here since I only need 3 blocks. So I need the energy transmitter, and the settings on this really don't need to change because everything should be on frequency 1 right now. So this will transmit to both the arms out there. Then I need a sequence gear shift, and this one is going to turn the arms, let's say, I'm guessing either 25 or 30 is probably good. I don't want them angled down too far, so we'll say 25. I'm gonna hope that input speed forward is correct to start with, to go down. Then I'm gonna have them wait for a new redstone pulse, so when I hit the button again, and then it's going to turn by angle again, gonna go to 25 again, and this one will be input speed reversed. And then lastly, it just needs a creative motor right there. I'll turn this down to like 8 so that it's not too fast. And once I hook up the redstone to this, I'm pretty sure it should turn the arms down by 25 degrees. And then when I hit the button again, it'll turn them up. Oh my God. Oh no, what is happening? I went to place it down to start testing stuff and it's falling over. Oh my God, I made the body too heavy for the legs. My mech skipped leg day.
More moments later.
I did some investigating and I do have good news, but I also have bad news. The good news is technically the entire top of the mech is not too heavy, which kind of seems a little bit weird to say considering it's literally sitting on the ground right now. The bad news that I should have noticed way earlier is if I hit F3 and B to show hitboxes, this center of mass right here very clearly is not in the center. And that means that one of the many blocks on this entire side of the mech is not a copycat block. So instead of weighing 10 kilograms, it actually weighs 4,736.6 kilograms. So yeah, I can fix the problem. I just need to find that one block. Oh my God, I found it. It's this block right here, this stupid block. If I try and right click it with the wrench, nothing happens, which means it's not a copycat block, it's a regular one. So if I break this, oh yeah, the mech stands right back up like there was never a problem. And if I put it back down, it slowly falls over. Problem solved, crisis averted, the mech is standing up again and everything should work. So now I just get to do the fun part of linking everything together. Oh my God, I almost just did it again. I put down a full block there. I'm not making that mistake again. It's a copycat block there and a copycat block over here. That was a close one. Everything should be linked and hooked up to this linked controller, which means it is finally time for the official test run. Oh man, is anybody else really nervous? Anybody else sweating right now? Okay, I'm not even moving right now and this thing already looks so cool. I love this. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased because I did make this, but come on, this thing looks sick. The real question though is, does it work? So moment of truth, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Oh, it works. It works really well. It works really well and it looks so cool. I'm genuinely shocked right now. The legs are working so much better than I thought they would after being attached to the entire body. Look at this. Look at him go. I'm so proud. It's like a parent watching their kid walk for the first time. This is so good. Okay. I need to compose myself and find something to blow up. What about this mountain right here? It's looking at me a little bit weird. Oh my God, it's good. Oh, it's so good. Oh man, I love this. This is so awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, I can shoot while I'm running. Yeah. This is the single coolest thing I've ever made in Minecraft by far. Look at this. Oh yeah, I see a birch tree right there. We got to get that one. There we go. Yeah. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Oh man, I just want to run around destroying everything. I want to blow the whole world up. Oh, and the last thing I got to test, close quarters combat. It's me against the tree right here. I can turn these down and then... The one problem with this mech is it gets defeated by a couple blocks of dirt, but it's fine. We'll fix it in the next one. It's fine.